Are we on? Here we go. Good afternoon. Oh my goodness, what an amazing day. Hello, all of you, my dear hearts. And I'm so happy and pleased to be here. I'm so honored. Thank you so much for asking me to give you the call to ministry. It's been a wonderful path that we've walked here. And I think that the theme today, I was especially taken with the theme today of the Garden of the Spirit, because look at these beautiful ones. Each one of them is so completely different and unique from each the other, but look at them shine. Don't they shine? And when you look in the faces of these people, see them? They reflect back to you that beautiful self that you are. So I love the theme. I think that's a wonderful start here today. And I wanted to tell you a story. This comes from the poet Kahlil Gibran. And he tells the story of a man who was one of the chosen ones, perhaps one like this, who was one that ministered to the people. And it was said that he was so enlightened, so in touch with God, that he himself was the dawn of a new day. He himself was the dawn of a new day. And so what happened was this man came to stay at a village, and he was there for 12 years. And all the time that he was living in this village, he was dreaming of returning to where he came from, to a home place where people were like him. And one day, when he was walking through the streets of the village, he saw the great ship coming for him, and he knew that his ship was coming in. And so as he walked through the village, he walked down the streets and he saw the children that he loved. He saw the little shops that he had frequented. He saw the people that he had taught there. And he was sad. He was thinking with longing of all the memories that he was leaving behind when he stepped onto the ship that was coming for him. And the people in the village saw this also, and they traveled round through the streets and left their plows in the fields, and they came running to see the great ship coming to the harbor. And when he came down to the dock, they said, "Don't leave us without leaving us your truth." And so he began to preach to them. And that is the substance of Kahlil Gibran's book, The Prophet. But one thing I think is interesting about this story is that it was written a long time ago, and it tells of a time a long time ago when that ship came in and the prophet had to leave his people and go to a land where they could not go with him. And the thing that strikes me about that story is that that's not the way it is today. The way it is today, our prophets and our leaders and our holy men no longer leave us to go off into a conscious place where we can't go. And so today, as the ship comes in for these holy men, holy women here, it's also coming for all of us, because that ship is arriving for all of us. The world has changed. We live in this world now where there's so much turmoil. We see our institutions breaking down. We see the economy of the world weakening. We see changes in the way people live, the way they're educated, the way the whole world behaves. And as all these things start to disassemble, it's up to all of us. It's up to all of us to step out and to be part of that great transformation. And so in this way, we are all called. So today, as I issue a call to all of you who certainly are amongst the chosen ones today, I'm also wanting to express to all of us that we are all called, because we are all going together on the great ship. We are all moving into a way of being that is going to revolutionize our life. That's what we're asked to do. Each one of us is asked to give of our talent. Each one of us is asked to do the work that we came to this life to do, and not to put it off, and not to stay behind, and not to be one that is not part of the great gathering of consciousness that's taking place on this planet. We are all called. This morning on Facebook, I'm a friend of Thich Nhat Hanh on Facebook, if you know who that is. I like to be friends with all the holy men, on Facebook. And he's teaching in Germany today. And because of the nature of our world, I was able to listen to his talk in Germany today, and how cool is that? He's one of the great, if you don't know him, he's one of the great peacekeepers on our planet. He's a Vietnamese monk. And what he said today on Facebook and in Germany, and what I'm saying to you, is he said, it's not a miracle when men walk on water, and it's not a miracle when men walk on air. It's a miracle when they walk on the earth. And that's what I like to think about today when I looked at our theme. That's exactly what he meant. It's a miracle when we walk through the earth and we don't see the destruction. We don't see all of the many, many things that are going wrong with this planet. We see indeed the garden of the Spirit. That's the miracle. Because within our own consciousness and at the center of ourselves, we know that there is something greater than all this material world. We've put so much attention on the material world that sometimes it seems as if we ourselves have become material. We start to define ourselves by the cars that we drive, or the houses that we live in, or the company we keep, or the work that we do, the clothes that we wear, the way that we look. We make ourselves into a material thing. And then we are all lost, because that's not the truth of us. The miracle is when we stand in the truth of who we are. We live in our own spirit, and we allow that power to be the truth. So it's the seed that lives in the heart of each of us that needs to be planted now. And it's that heart that these dear ones have trained. They have tuned their heart like a musician tunes a fine instrument. They have tuned their heart to the Spirit. They have tuned their heart to be that place in which love is reflected into the world. They have tuned their heart to be a place of light. And we count on them for that, because they've done the work. But they've transformed themselves. And it's not the thousands of books that Dr. Linda was talking about. They are much wiser than that. It's their presence. It's their consciousness. It's that turning of the heart to the light. That's what magnetizes them. That's what draws people to them. And they can each tell you stories of people they're already ministering to. That's what draws the crowds around them. That's what gives us hope, because people such as this have tuned their hearts to the light. And so today, as I'm calling you, and I'm calling all of us today, as I'm calling you, I call you to the great work that you've prepared yourself to do. I call you to be who you are, that place of light, that heart of truth. I call you to look into our world and to look right through the darkness into the center of it and see the light that lives there, because even where there is darkness, there's only darkness on the surface. Nothing is dark at the center. We look too much at the surface, and you have trained yourselves to look deeper. So as you move through your lives, I encourage you and call you to look deeper than that. You look into the hearts of the people that you love and you see the light that lives there. I encourage you deeper. I encourage you to look into the face of a flower and see the universe in it. I encourage you to listen to the song of a bird and hear the song expressing the voice of God. I encourage you to look at the stone even that seems completely inert and see that there's a living presence there, because we walk in the garden of the Spirit. And this is not easy. It's not easy. It's hard. Because you have dedicated your life to this, because you have said yes to this, it means that even when you are tired, even when you are stressed, you're going to be called to serve others. Even when you're lonely, you're going to be called to love. Even when you yourself are challenged in your own life, you're going to be called to be a place of healing for others. You're called to put the outside aside, to live from the inside with all of us, so that we can find our way, because we are lit by the light that lives at the heart of you. And this is challenging, but you are up to it. You're prepared for it. You know how to do it. You're ready. And we're so proud of you. And today, your ship has come in. But that ship, That ship has come now for all of us. It's come for us all. And we're all going together. We're not being left behind, but we're counting on you to light the way. And so we each I call all of you today to take that seed of yourself that lives in your heart, to be all you can be, to give of your talent, to give of your time, to do the work you finally came here to do, and to do it now. And as we all set sail together on that great sea of consciousness, as we are lit by the hearts of these new ministers, we'll go together and we'll create a world of wholeness, a world of healing, a world of love. And we'll know together that we do in fact walk in the garden of the Spirit. And what a blessing it is. It'll be the adventure of a lifetime. Let's do it together. Congratulations to you and to all of us.